go over these. We are just reviewing over something that you learned last semester, and then we kind of reviewed it over again prior to going on spring break. But basically the idea of complementary, supplementary, and vertical angles and solving for their missing angle measurements. So for problem number one, this is a complementary angle set. Complementary angle set. And remember, when they are complementary, it means that it's going to equal a total of 90 degrees. So that means that when we combine 57 and x together, it should be equal to 90 degrees. So if I create the equation x plus 57, that's going to be equal to 90. To solve, all I would have to do is the reverse operation. So instead of adding 57, I'm going to subtract 57 from both sides, and I'll get that the measurement of angle x is going to be 33 degrees. Okay, so that's for our complementary angle measurements. Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are when you combine the angles together to equal a total of what? 180. So write that above that this is a supplementary angle set. Supplementary angle set is going to equal a total of 180 degrees. So that means if we combine x plus that 61, it should be equal to 180 degrees. So in order to get x by itself, you would just have to subtract the 61 from both sides. And then you would get that x is going to be equal to 119 degrees. Okay, for problem number three, these are vertical angle measurements. Vertical angle measurements indicate that they are actually equal to each other. So this is a vertical angle set. So that means that it is equal to each other. So that means that x is going to be equal to 79. There was nothing that we had to do to solve because x was already isolated. Okay, for problem number 4, again, complementary. This is a complementary angle measurement. So if we combine the angles together, it should equal 90 degrees. So if I take 2x plus 12, that's one of the angles, and I add it with 36, that's going to be equal to 90 degrees. Before I start moving things to opposite sides, I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms. So I have a positive 12 and a positive 36 that I can actually combine together. I'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit easier. I can combine that positive 12 and positive 36 together to simplify my equation. So I wind up having 2x plus 48 is equal to 90. Then I start doing my inverse operations. The first thing that you have to do when solving a two-step equation is to subtract the constant from both sides. So we're going to subtract 48 from 90. 2x is now going to be set equal to 42. Our last step is to then divide both sides by 2, and we'll have x isolated. X will be equal to 21. Okay, so I need to make sure that you understand not just how to do a simple one-step equation, but also how to do those complex multi- and two-step equation processes. Everybody clear and understand how to work this one out? Okay, again, you're just showing that you're adding these two angles together to equal 90 degrees. That's how we create our equation. Then we simplify the equation as much as we can by combining any like terms that we can combine. Then we start moving things by opposite operations. Always do addition and subtraction first. Multiplication or division is the last thing that you should do. Okay, let's try problem 5. For problem 5, again, if we are combining all of these angles together, I'm going to write my variable angles first. So I'm going to put down that I'm going to have 2x plus, remember if it's just x, what's really in front of it? A 1. So I'm going to write a 1x plus that another angle, which is 96, and it should be equal to how many degrees? 180. Okay, it should be equal to 180. We're going to combine the like terms first. So my like terms this time happen to be my variable terms. What's 2x plus 1x going to give us? 3x. So we have 3x plus the 96 is equal to 180. First thing that we're going to do is subtraction. Subtracting what? 96. So we're going to subtract 96 from both sides. Subtracting 96 from both sides, that's going to leave us with 3x is now equal to 84. Okay, last step, divide both sides by 3, and we'll get x is equal to 28. Okay, so again, you're just going to write your equation by saying, hey, we're going to add this angle, and this angle together to equal 180. We're going to combine our like terms first. Then we're going to solve by addition or subtraction, followed by multiplication or division. Very quick and easy process. Okay, let's look at our last one. Remember, these were vertical angles. Problem number 6 is vertical angles. So when we're writing it to say that they are equal to each other. So this is 2x minus 18 is equal to 64. I don't have any terms that need to be combined together. There are no like terms, so we're just going to solve. What are we going to do first? Add the 18. We're going to add the 18 to both sides first. That's going to leave us with 2x is now equal to 82. And then the last step, we're going to divide both sides by 2. We'll get x is equal to 41. Any questions? Okay, go ahead and get that copied down. We're going to start triangles today. So following the same idea, but solving for missing values or missing angles within a triangle this time. So what's really important to understand in the concept of triangles is that no matter what kind of triangle that you're dealing with, whether it's a right triangle or an obtuse triangle, an equilateral triangle, a scalene triangle, isosceles, obtuse, it doesn't matter what kind of triangle you're dealing with. All triangles, when you add the 3 angles together, will always equal 180 degrees. So every single triangle, if you add all 3 angles together, it'll equal 180 degrees. And that's based off of the angle sum theorem. The triangle sum theorem indicates that if you've got your 3 angles, so we'll say that this is angle X, this is angle Y, and this is angle Z. If we take X and we add it with Y, and then we add that with Z, then that's going to be set equal to 180 degrees. Again, no matter what kind of triangle you're dealing with, if you add all 3 angles together, it'll always equal 180 degrees. So we'll write that down in just terms. The sum of all 3 angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So it's very important to make sure you know and understand triangle sum theorem. Adding all 3 angles together means that it's going to be equal to 180 degrees. Now let's go ahead and do some practice problems. We'll start real simple, then we'll work our way up to some more difficult concepts. So we have x, and then we have 119 degrees and 43 degrees. Okay, again, the concept or the idea is that we write an equation where we're adding all three angles together. It should be equal to 180 degrees. So if I write the equation as x plus 119 plus 43, it should be equal to 180 degrees. Now, we always want to go ahead and combine like terms first before we start solving. So here are the like terms that we need to combine together. We're going to combine together a positive 119 and a positive 43. When we combine 119 plus 43, that's going to give us 162. So we have x plus 162 is equal to 180. And then all we have to do in order to solve is to subtract 162 from both sides. Okay, and that's going to give us x equaling 18 degrees. It's very simple, very straightforward, basic problem, a basic skill set. You're just adding all three angles together and setting it equal to 180. You simplify your expressions first by combining like terms, and then you solve the equation by doing inverse operations. Okay, if I have the following following triangle, who can tell me what type of triangle is this? Anybody know what type of triangle it is? Has a very specific name. Yulia? Not isosceles, but if we're looking, what kind of angle is this one right here? That's a right angle. So because of the fact that this is a right angle, we call it a right triangle. A right triangle is a triangle that has a right angle within it. Okay, we still work it out the exact same way. We still add all three angles together to equal 180 degrees. So we're taking that measurement of x, we're adding it with the 35, and we're adding it with the 90 degrees for that right angle. And that's going to be set equal to 180 degrees. And the first thing that we want to do is simplify this expression, the left side, by combining like terms. So I'm putting a box around the positive 35 and the positive 90, and I'm going to combine those together. If I add 35 and 90 together, that's going to give me 125. So I get 125 for my combination. I get x plus 125 is equal to 180. I'm just going to subtract 125 from both sides. And we'll get x is equal to 55. Now, sometimes it might not be given to you in pictures. It might give it to you in words. So a triangle has 26 degrees and 78 degrees. What is the third angle? So if it's telling you, hey, you got 26 degrees and 78 degrees, what is the third angle? Then again, you're just creating that equation where you have an unknown angle measurement of x. and you've got two measurements you do know, 26 and 78, and you're just going to show it as a sum, an addition problem of x plus 26 plus 78, and what is it always going to be set equal to? 180. All triangles are always set equal to 180 degrees. Then we just focus on combining those like terms. We got 26 plus the 78. That's going to give us 114. 104. And that's going to be set equal to 180. Then we're just going to subtract the 104 from both sides. And we'll get x is equal to 76. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip to the next page. Okay, an isosceles right triangle has what value for its two congruent angles? So if it's isosceles, the term isosceles, in case you don't know what that means, go ahead and circle that. Isosceles means two equal angles. Two equal angles is the term isosceles. Okay, the term right means that it has a 90-degree angle. Has one 90-degree angle. So we have a triangle that has two angles that are equal, and it also has a 90-degree angle. If I have a 90-degree angle, can I have another 90-degree angle inside a triangle? Can I have two 90-degree angles? Think about it. I have two 90-degree angles here. Here is one. Here is the other. Can I form a triangle to make them 90-degree angles? No. You cannot have two 90-degree angles inside of a triangle. So only one of the angles can be a right angle, a 90-degree angle for a triangle. So if I were to draw this, I'm going to make a 90-degree angle. And then the other two angles I know are the same, but I don't know their measurements. So I'm just going to label them both as x. I know that they are the same. They're both x because they are equal angles because of the isosceles part. The term isosceles means two congruent or two equal angles. So when I'm creating my equation here, I'm going to have x plus 90 is equal to 180 degrees. We want to start off by combining like terms first. What's x plus x? Say louder. 2x, right? 1x plus 1x is going to equal 2x. So we have 2x plus 90 is equal to 180. 2x plus 90 equals 180. So then we're just going to solve. What are we going to do first to solve? Subtract 90. Very good, Mario. We're going to subtract 90 from both sides first. That's going to leave us with 2x is now equal to 90. What's our last step? Divide. Good. We're going to divide both sides by 2. And we'll get x is equal to 45. Now, we are going to have some triangles that are going to be a little bit more complex. Let's see what we've got. We have 3x, x, and 68. 3x, x, and 68, and we want to go ahead and solve it. We want to solve for just the x. Again, we're just going to show that we're adding all three angles together. So I'm going to write 3x plus x plus 68 is equal to 180. What do I need to do first? Eileen? Add the x terms together. We're going to combine those like terms at 3x plus x. What's 3x plus x? 4x. So we'll get 4x plus 68 is equal to 180. 4x plus 68 is equal to 180. Okay, what's our next step? Subtract the 68. Good. We're going to subtract 68 from both sides. That's going to give us 4x is equal to 112. Last step. We're going to divide by 4. What's 112 divided by 4 going to give us? 28. Okay, so that means that x is equal to 28. If I do 3 times 28, 3 times 28, that's going to give me 84 for this measurement. So we would have 28 and 84 for our two angle measurements. Okay? I want you guys to try one on your own. Try this one on your own. All right, let's take a look at it. When you write this out, you should have written it out as x minus 11 plus 22 plus the 35, right? X minus 11 is the first angle, 22 is the second angle, 35 is the middle or the last angle. When we add them together, it should all equal 180. That's our beginning of our equation. Now we're going to combine the like terms. So I'm going to combine a negative 11, a positive 22, and a positive 35. When I combine a negative 11, a positive 22, and a positive 35 together, that's going to give me 46. So I'm going to have x plus 46 is equal to 180. X plus 46 is equal to 180. We're then just going to subtract the 46 from both sides, and we'll get x is equal to 134. So you should have gotten 134 for this angle. Okay, we're going to do another one. Let me flip it on over. Is that number 6? That was 7, so this is number 8. This is number 7. Okay. So that was number 6. That's what I was asking. Was that number 6? Okay. Anyway. All right. We're actually going to do this one together, because now you've got variables in 2 different places along with an expression for them. So we have one angle that's 2x plus 5. So I'm going to write that down. I've got a 2x plus 5 plus, I need to do the next angle. Here's another angle. I have an x minus 15 plus my third angle. My third angle is 34. So I have 2x plus 5, I have x minus 15, and I've got 34. In between each of those, I've got an addition sign because I'm showing that I'm adding them, and they're all going to be set equal to 180 degrees. So to combine my like terms, unfortunately, my like terms aren't all side by side this time, are they? And we have more than one set of like terms. I have variable like terms, so I have the 2x and a positive 1x. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it so that they are side by side. Then I also have my numerical like terms. I have a positive 5, so I'm going to write a positive 5. I have a negative 15, so I'm going to write minus 15. And I have a positive 34, so I'll write plus 34. I'm just rewriting so that my like terms are side by side. It makes it easier when I have to combine those together. What is 2x plus x going to equal? 3x, right? There is a single value of a 1 in front of that x. 2 plus 1 is 3. That means we have 3x. Now, what is 5 minus 15 plus 34? Got calculators right by you. What's 5 minus 15 plus 34? 24. And it's positive 24. It is a positive 24, so I'm going to put plus 24. And it's all set equal to 180. Okay, so I've just simplified it down to a 2-step equation. We're going to subtract 24 first. That'll give us 3x is now equal to 156. And then we'll divide both sides by 3. And that's going to give us x is equal to 52. That's about as hard as they're going to get. Okay? So try this one on your own with that kind of level of difficulty. Try that one on your own. Can you what? You need to blow your nose? Grab tissue. All right, let's take a look at how to set this up. Again, you're just going to focus on setting them up as each individual angle. So we have 5x minus 12, that's the first angle, plus our second angle, which is 2x minus 7, plus our third angle, which is 31, and we're setting it equal to 180. We got to focus on those like terms first. So our first like terms are going to be the 5x plus the 2x. 5x plus the 2x. Our next set of like terms is a negative 12, a negative 7, and a positive 31. All right, 5x plus 2x is going to come out to 7x. Negative 12 minus 7 plus 31, that's going to come out to 12. A positive 12. So we get 7x plus 12 when we simplify that whole expression down. and all of it is set equal to 180. Then you just solve. Subtract 12 from both sides. You'll have 7x is now equal to 168. You'll divide both sides by 7. You'll get x is equal to 24. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to give you 4 problems for homework tonight. Just 4. You're going to start them right now in class. If you need time to finish it, you will. But we're going to check it at the beginning of class tomorrow. They're going to be in your notebook. You're going to be writing them out or drawing them out. Has everybody got this copy down? Okay. Go ahead and flip to the next page, and then at the top of that page, write homework. Actually, I think I can do 5 questions. Actually, I'm going to change that to 24. So fix it on your paper. Change that to 24. In case you can't see, this is x minus 49. This is 2x minus 50. This is 36.